Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Ben, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I want to read this year, or maybe not books I want to read this year because that would be a very, very long list. I'm going to go with more books I feel I need to read this year, either because there's some sort of adaptation that's coming out, or there's a sequel to the series that's already out, or it's just a book I really want to read. These are the books that I feel I need to read this year. And the first books I need to get to is and starting it off with the book that I'm currently reading, I've got American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I'm about halfway through, and I'm actually a little bit late getting to this one. I believe the show American Gods started at the end of April, so they're probably 4 or 5 episodes into the show by now, but I'm hoping to finish this and just jump right into the TV show, because the show itself, the trailers I saw, looks really bloody, gruesome, and just my kind of show, so I'm looking forward to getting into that as well. The very next thing I'm going to be getting to after I finish American Gods is actually going to take a little bit of time, but I think it's going to be worth it, and that is the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. There's of course going to be a movie adaptation of this coming out, and I think it's August. It's either August or September, but I've been meaning to get through this series for a long time. I think I picked up The Gunslinger, the first book in this, a couple years ago. I just never got to it. I never got past a few pages because stuff always got in the way, so I'm really looking forward to getting through this series, and I'm going to set it down because they're starting to slip and it's kind of getting kind of heavy. The trailer for the Dark Tower that I've seen already, it's actually one of the only trailers I have ever seen that has really made me want to go out and read the source material, read the book, read the series, and just dive into this world. I haven't really had that from any other book or any other trailer that I've seen, and it just really made me want to dive into the story and see what's going on. The trailer was very action-packed. It was just crazy awesome, this really cool Western vibe, and I am really going to enjoy the movie, and I think I'm really going to enjoy this series as I get into it. The next book I feel I really need to get to is another one by Stephen King, and that's It. And I've already started this one a little bit. I kind of pick this up and sort of sift through it when I'm in between stories or in between books or have a little bit of downtime. I'm not too concerned with getting through this very quickly. I know I got a little bit of time before the movie comes out, and I know pretty much the story behind it, so I'm just kind of going through and reading this as I go. I used to really love the miniseries when I was a kid. It's not because it was a great miniseries or anything. It was mainly because my sister was very afraid of the movie, and she used to torture me a lot when we were kids. So I just found this a very good way to get back at her, making her watch this movie. So I am going to read the source material behind this and go check out the new movie and see if I can drag her in there to see it with me. It's not going to happen. The next 2 books I'm going to be reading are actually rereads for me, and that is going to be The Way of Kings and Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. The 3rd book in this series, Oathbringer, comes out November 14th, which is two days before my birthday. I have had it pre-ordered for maybe a month and a half, 2 months now. The second I saw that it was available for pre-order, I pre-ordered it, and I am going to enjoy my birthday present when that comes out, because this has become, even though it's only 2 books in the series so far, albeit 2 very massive, huge books, I am really loving this story, and it has already become one of my favorites, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And the next book I need to read this year is going to be Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I actually have read this book a long time ago. I just don't really remember what goes on, and it's going to be kind of fun to go into this a second time and read it again, and then go see the movie later on in the year. But I really like mysteries, and this is just going to be a little fun trip for me. And this last book that I'm going to be putting on this list is one that I just really feel I have to put there because it's an every year kind of thing, and of course I'm going to be reading it again this year. In December I'm going to be reading The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. It's just an every year thing for me. I feel I really need to read it every single year now. It's become a tradition, so of course I'm going to be reading The Hobbit come Christmas time. This is my Christmas story. And so these are the books I really feel I need to get to, either because there's some sort of adaptation coming out of the book or there's a sequel coming out. Any reason at all. These are just the books I really feel I need to get to for whatever reason. As always, you guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye.